The day after perfect is when many people give up because they feel like they failed. The day after perfect is when most people give up because they feel like they failed. Fridays are for book club. We got a new book, y'all, and it's called Finished. Give Yourself the Gift of Done by Jon Acuff. I'm going to give you the takeaways from introduction to chapter 2. This book is so good, and it's funny. I listen to it on Audible, and I follow along in the actual book. Nevertheless, he has a sense of humor. So if you want to experience that, I would suggest to get it on Audible, but you can get the book as well. Okay, so introduction, the day after perfect. Jon Acuff discusses how perfectionism often derails our goals. Most people start strong but quit once they miss a day or fall short of their ideal plan. I'm going to say that again. Most people start strong but quit once they miss a day or fall short of their ideal plan. The day after perfect is when many people give up because they feel like they failed. So say you've been working out for a month and you miss one day. You throw that whole month away because you missed that one day. Because it's not perfect. You didn't perfectly complete all the days. You missed one day. So how many times do we do that? I was like, guilty. Okay, so permission to be imperfect. He emphasizes that success comes from embracing imperfection. Instead of letting perfectionism stop you, give yourself permission to make mistakes and continue to move forward. I don't know who need to hear that. Give yourself permission to make mistakes and continue moving forward. The importance of finishing. Starting is easy, but finishing is what truly matters. Starting is easy, but finishing is what truly matters. Acuff believes that many people abandon their goals not because they aren't capable, but because they get discouraged by imperfections. Let me say that again. Acuff believes that many people abandon their goals not because they aren't capable, but because they get discouraged by imperfections. Chapter 1, the secret rule of finishing. Lower the bar. You heard me right. Lower the bar. Acuff introduces the idea of lowering the bar to make goals more achievable. He argues that people often set goals that are too difficult and unrealistic, which leads to failure. Instead, setting smaller, more manageable goals helps you stay motivated and successful. Momentum over perfection. He stresses that building momentum is more important than achieving perfection. Small wins add up. He stresses that building momentum is more important than achieving perfection. Small wins add up. Small wins add up, and progress, even imperfect, is better than stalling. Challenging your assumptions. People often believe that their success requires perfect execution, but Acuff challenges this assumption. He suggests that good enough is more effective than aiming for flawless execution. Chapter 2, cut your goal in half. Cutting your goal in half to win. Cutting your goal in half to win. Acuff explains that reducing the size of your goal actually increases your chances of finishing. This counterintuitive advice is based on research that shows people are more likely to succeed if they pursue smaller, more realistic goals. Celebrate small wins. By cutting your goal in half, you create more opportunities to celebrate your success, your progress. This creates a sense of accomplishment and encourages you to keep going. The role of reward. Acuff emphasizes the importance of rewarding yourself for achieving smaller milestones. These rewards reinforce positive behavior and keep you motivated to continue working towards your goal. In these chapters, he lays out the foundation for finishing what you start by highlighting the power of imperfection, smaller goals, and momentum. So I thought that was a wonderful way to start out this book, because it's so much freedom in lowering the bar and cutting your goals in half and rewarding yourself along the way. Because there's a quote. It says, I don't know who said it, but maybe I heard my coach say it. What gets celebrated gets repeated. Okay, so you want to celebrate those. You want to reward yourself for those accomplishing those things that you have accomplished, the smaller milestones. I like the fact that cutting your goal in half, that takes so much pressure out of it. Because a lot of times we are perfectionism. We're perfectionists, and when we don't do that thing perfectly, we just throw the whole thing away. So say, for example, this week, I had so much going on. I can make so many excuses. I really can. I only worked out one day this week. And I had to push myself to work out then, because I was like, well, Jennifer, you ain't working all week. Why you gonna work out now? That don't even make sense. You might just wait the next week. Nope, you're gonna do it. Even though I waited till Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, Thursday. I waited till Thursday to work out. Now, the old me, the perfectionist, would have been like, just let's wait till next week, because you have thrown the whole week away. And we do that with our goals. If we don't accomplish them, we say, you know what? I just ain't doing that no more. I'm just done with it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just so tired. I'm sick. We start getting into the pity party, right? We get stuck and stagnant. It's okay to miss a day. You don't have to be perfect. The day after perfect is when many people give up because they feel like they failed. You're not failed, but I didn't fail because I didn't work out 4 days this week. I didn't fail. I just didn't work out. And I get to pick up where I left off. It just takes the pressure off of it. It takes the pressure off of it. Success comes from embracing imperfection. So instead of letting perfectionism stop you, give yourself permission to make mistakes and continue to move forward. Give yourself, oh, that felt good to say. Give yourself permission to make mistakes and move and continue to move forward. A lot of times when we make those mistakes, we stop. We let those mistakes make us, and we just stop. And it also goes into something I shared this morning. We make mistakes, nevertheless, we keep showing up. We make mistakes, nevertheless, we keep showing up. It's that nevertheless for me. It's the nevertheless for me. We make mistakes, nevertheless, we keep showing up. You know why? Because the day after perfect is when many people give up because they feel like they failed. You have not failed because you missed a day. You have not failed because the thing didn't work out when you wanted to work out. You have not failed because you weren't consistent. You did not fail. You did not. We have to tell ourselves a different story, because the stories that we tell ourselves are the reason why where we are. Well, it's not going to work out for me, and it never works out for me, and I'm always this and I'm always that, and I just can't do it. And you start telling yourself that. You start pushing yourself down in this hole, and you get so deep down in that hole, can't nobody help you get out, not even you. That's why we have to lower the bar. We have to cut those goals in half, and reward yourself on the smaller milestones. You have done some things this year. Okay, you've done some things. Don't throw this whole year away because things didn't work out the way you wanted them to, when you wanted them to, or maybe you gave up. You gave up on that thing. Think about it. He also said about the New Year. He said most New Year's resolutions are just January's resolutions. And think about that. Come January, you be like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And you may go strong for 25, 28 days. And then that one day you miss, and you throw that whole month away, you throw the whole year away. Because sometimes those New Year's resolutions are January's resolutions. I was like, ooh, amen and ouch. So anyway, I'm complete. It's so good. I can't wait to get on the call today to hear everybody's takeaways, because this book right here is setting you free. Okay? Free from perfection. That's all. Until next time, have an amazing day.